What's good? Anson WAV, Anson J. Quick video, or a little longer form than the shorts, but just want to get on here and talk a little bit about a sale that I made the other day. I've been posting a few, like, what do they sell over the weekend, eBay store, and big waves laundering purchases that have been made. And it's great to have the sales, but also what comes with that is possible returns, possible issues with some of the product. So I recently sold a Lego set that you guys saw in a video. It was Dom's Charger from Fast and the Furious, whatever, not the most important part of this, but that's what was sold. And then I got a message that said, hey, this wasn't new in box. There were pieces out of plastic, woo to woo, pretty much. So I was watching Avatar at the time. I stepped out to take a quick bathroom break, and I saw the message, and I was a little upset about it. Like, man, this dude's trying to scam me. So whatever. Went back, finished the movie, which I think really helped me out because I was like a little more calm about it. Whatever. Let's go take a look at it. So I just messaged him back on eBay, like, hey, I sent it brand new in the box. You can see from the videos that it was not unsealed or anything like that. But it's like, hey, I sent it sealed, new in box. And then he sent pictures of it opened and a picture of the contents. And there were a few pieces, like some tires and a couple of little pieces I can see that were open. I'm like, man, in my head, I'm like, who's to say that you didn't open these? I know I did it because I got this straight from Lego years and years ago, never opened it. I really don't even build Legos. I got this to eventually sell. And so I was just frustrated, like, man, this guy's trying to come up on me, trying to get some pieces he maybe needed or whatever. So, messages in the back, I was like, hey, I sent this sealed in the box. So, that's all it is. And then he was like, showed me pictures of tape on it. He's like, it was taped up. I'm like, well, it's factory taped. That does happen with Lego sets. I can confirm. I have other sets like that. And then he said, well, that doesn't explain why there's pieces outside of the bags. And I don't want to go too much into it, like trying to feel like I'm trying to justify that it was newer that he's saying. But I'm like, okay. So I look on ChatGPT. I'm like, hey, does this set come in, factory sealed or blah, 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 with these pieces? And on there first, it was like, oh, all pieces come in plastic bags. All right, cool. Well, whatever. But it does say that it was taped up. So I'm like, all right, that's a little bit on my side. And then I'm like, man, I make all these YouTube videos. I'm sure there's something on YouTube. And of course, pretty easy to find somebody that did a unboxing of this particular set. And sure enough, he showed that it was taped up the same as mine was. He opened it, didn't cut away or anything like that. So when he opened it, took out some of the bags of the pieces. And then there was, lo and behold, a couple pieces, the pieces that he saw that were also loose. So I was like, hey, that's great. Told him in the YouTube or in the eBay messages, hey, check this out. He has the same exact set, and that was a little frustrating because dude tried to say like, oh, I had the same exact set that I bought before and they're all bagged up. I'm like, well, clearly that isn't the truth, but at least I had that, so as far as I know, he has a message back. He's like, thanks, I'll check it out. So we'll see. That was yesterday. We'll see if something comes up of it, but I will dispute this refund if I have to. I pretty much usually just take the refunds, but in this case, that would drastically affect the value of it if I now would have to take it back unopened. So hopefully it pans out. I'll let you guys know what happens, but it was good I had that. I'm curious if that would have been even enough for eBay to side with me on my claims based on the text messages. Would they even read this video? Whatever. So I had like a 98% feedback rate. I had a couple that didn't go my way, man. This person never reached out to me, but called me a scammer, said I sold them a shirt that was the wrong size. And I've had that a couple of times, but I always measure my stuff. Like I mentioned in videos of the past, they were saying it was a counterfeit product, but never reached out to me. Like I would have taken that. Like I understand that wasn't a brand new with tags. So if they felt that way, I get it. Had another one where, the person once again didn't reach out to me. I sold a Supreme Zippo, whatever it was. And he's like, oh, this feels fake, feels counterfeit. But I'm like, what does that even mean? It came in all the original packaging for that one. I had the receipts, but once again, didn't reach out to me. I reached out to eBay on multiple occasions for those ones, and they didn't side with me. So it was frustrating. I would love to keep 100% feedback, but in general, man, you're not going to always please everybody. But I thought it was a good lesson to hear. Is like, let me take a step back. Not everyone's trying to scam you. I didn't like the way they came at me saying that it wasn't brand new because it makes me feel like, well, I'm not a liar, but they know nothing about me. I remember, don't take it personal. take care of these people. I've worked in retail all my life, and it's not that the customer's always right, but it's like you want to take care of them, you know? So just a quick little message on that. We're about to be here in the new year, man. It's New Year's Eve. So I hope you had a good 2025. Had some struggles, had some ups and downs, man, but probably gonna do another video in a little bit about that. So appreciate it all. Anson, WAV, eBay, store, Financing Nemo. Check us out, man. Thank you.